Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and it's time for a controversial view. Today we're going to be talking about DEGRASSI, The Next Generation. Now, my history with this is mainly because of my daughter, and this is another TV controversy, basically with a series that started because my daughter was watching it. I watched it with her and basically got hooked on it. This DEGRASSI is so addictive. It's crazy. So she was watching this show. I came down and watched it with her, and for quite a while, this is pretty much all we watched. And while the series isn't that easy to find, I mean, sometimes you can find a season here or there. The one thing I do have um, from this show is the Jay and Silent Bob do Degrassi. So this is basically what I have to show from Degrassi: The Next Generation. And we're going to be focusing on a couple of um, episodes that were kind of controversial at the time, and they don't show anymore. Now, Degrassi, one of the earlier seasons, was the first one to say the F word on national television, which is important to point out. And the two episodes, actually, we watched three, but the two episodes we're going to be focusing on is season 3, episode 14 and 15, I believe, and it's called Accidents Happen. But in order to understand what's going on, in those two episodes, you have to go back to season 3, episode 3, which is You Got the Look. And one of the things I noticed, and I can't believe I never noticed this before because I never really paid attention that much, is that every episode was basically named after a song. So You Got the Look is mostly about Manny. Manny is a young Latino woman who is tired of looking very, very plain. She wants to be sexy to boys, so she gets a new look, I guess, is how I should put it. And she is, a lot of people commented that she seemed very over sexualized for her age, which was about 13 at the time. Now she had the thong that goes up beyond her pants, beyond her low rider pants, and basically had to go home and change because they thought it was inappropriate. But she is wearing something a lot of 13-year-olds I don't think should be wearing. That's just my opinion. I'm a father, so I look at things a certain way. And if you're a father, you probably understand. Especially to a girl. It's a rough time in their lives, and to be honest, in our lives too. So now let's get back to the over sexualization, because that leads us directly to episodes 14 and 15 called Accidents Happen. It's a two-parter. And at 13, which I don't know if people would think, I'm sure it would still be considered shocking now, but at 13, Manny ends up getting pregnant by a 16-year-old. And that's not the only controversial thing about it, is that she ends up going for an abortion at 13. So that's pretty much what the controversy mainly was at that time. And I think a lot of people had a problem with that being in a show geared towards teenagers. But see, that's the whole thing about it. You had 90210 over here that was mainly kind of glammed up high school. That wasn't like my high school. You had Saved by the Bell, which looked more like my high school, but was kind of slapstick comedy ish. So the perfect middle ground would have been Degrassi, because it dealt with everyday problems um, that a lot of kids had to deal with. 13 being sexual, um, people getting shot, people, cheating on tests, people. They went into all kinds of different common territory for teenagers and kids. And I think that was important. And for the parents to be angered at the whole pregnancy and abortion thing, I think rightfully so. It's a shocking subject to talk about, but it's also very much in the forefront of what was going on at the time. So I really don't think they should have been as harsh as they were with it. All in all, this show is fantastic. It's got DeGrassi High, DeGrassi Junior High, and DeGrassi The Next Generation. And I think the last one was DeGrassi The New Class, which was available on Netflix. But it's a very, very addictive show. And one I definitely do not regret getting addicted to watching it with my daughter. Because I think it had a lot of really good lessons and a lot of things that made you think. So definitely check out Joe's controversial view for DeGrassi, The Next Generation. And remember, guys, physical media matters. And until next time, peace.